Weddings among the younger generation. What does it mean to celebrate love in today's world? Let's dive into these intimate moments and uncover the beauty in simplicity. And go away.
As you sip your morning coffee, we transport you from the sea of tulips in the countryside to the exciting moments of table tennis world. As you commute in the hustle and bustle of rush hour traffic, we guide you to navigate from intricacies of global markets, tech revolutions, the conflict between Israel and Palestine, to the El Nino-triggered fires.
Over 90 active fires have been reported.
As you gather around a community event, we provide you the vibrant sounds on different topics, such as how AI empowers education,
Provide teachers and students.
or the Chinese dragon means of the Chinese people.
Great power, good luck,
Why live stream shopping is gaining popularity in Brazil.
Entrepreneurs are seeking to establish a strong presence in the Brazilian market.
CGTN Radio, your constant companion to connect people through sharing insights, interviews, and opinions that help us to see the world. Together with CGTN Radio, hear the difference. You can download the CGTN app to get more valuable information.
Hey there, Platinum listeners. Get ready for the hottest discussions on the airwaves. Your passport to the heart of China's buzzing society. Lifestyle trends and impactful policies, we're tackling them head on. Wisdom and a whole lot of fun. Discover the real China through the eyes and voices of its people. Gain a unique global perspective on topics that resonate universally. The excitement dive on Roundtable as we bridge gaps and break barriers one discussion at a time. Don't just listen, be transformed.
You're listening to a flashback of Roundtable, an in-depth discussion on the hottest topics and cases.
Discussion keeps the world turning.
This is Roundtable.
As societal values shift, so too do the expressions of love and commitment. Our non-US to ceremonies to secret registry office adventures. Today's weddings are anything but weddings. At least for me, I feel like it's more about what they desire.
Oh, you know, but with school, you don't really have a close friendship or relationship. It's okay that they don't show up in a wedding.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. It's a fair point. But when it comes to socializing function, actually, it's not only about you. It's also about both parties' parents.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, so do parents really okay with these kind of simplified wedding ceremonies?
I think it just depends on who is the major founder of the
Getting real, huh?
Yeah, because according to my personal observation and according to my previous experience of, being invited to different wedding ceremonies, I think when it comes to a wedding ceremony that is majorly founded by either the couple's parents or the boy's parents or the girl's parents, somehow you just don't value their thoughts and their preference so much. I think it just doesn't make sense. Right? Yeah. The big boss here, I think that's a really good question. I think that's also why a lot of younger generations and newlywed couples, they just decide to recover or found their wedding ceremonies on their own, maybe they can't really afford to a super grand and luxurious wedding ceremony, but it's the one that they like. It's the one that they are, they earn by themselves. So that's why they really have a say in that. And of course, when it comes to two big families and two young people from two big families, they have a wedding ceremony which is hosted and founded by their parents. Of course, you have to consider the socializing profiles of the parents. They have to invite their friends here. It's somehow more like an occasion,
minimalist wedding ceremonies. Because when I, for example, become a guest of a friend's wedding, I would want to see them, changing vows and changing rings and, saying nice words, telling me about their love stories, because I want to witness their happy moment. And if you minus all that, I want to
here, here in Chinese we have in China we have a saying that like 客随主便, like as a guest you follow whatever the host would arrange you. So to me, I feel like the most important element when I'm attending other people's wedding ceremony is really to deliver or send my best wishes to this to this wedding as well as to this new couple, and that's all. As to how they would arrange the schedule,
would exceed their budget and actual expenses when it comes to wedding ceremonies, and a lot of people would spend as much as over 150,000 on their wedding ceremonies, which is not a small number. They value their wedding ceremonies very much, and the reason they're making it simplified is more towards the kind of self they're trying to express.
And also, I think young people are just being very pragmatic when it comes to hosting wedding ceremony. They no longer consider it as an occasion to, of course, show off their wealth.
Experience the heartwarming story of a mother's love that knows
precisely serving you, but to run around you and trying to give you the sense that, wow, I feel like a female movie star, and all these people are just trying to make me look better, and this is I understand the attraction there, and it's okay to experience that once in a while. But do you think these kind of services can actually deliver the kind of results that we're looking into or looking for, considering the mixed reviews? Is it more about experience than the results?
I think really it's about how professional the hospitality message is. Yes.
Yeah.
As long as they're super professional, and I can really tell that they are really experts in this sense, instead of simply trying to make money from me. I think that's really worth the money, and yet that's why some people are complaining that domestically we don't really have such a mature and authentic service being provided to the market. And I think it just really depends on the quality of the service.
Yeah, for many of the equipment used in this industry, they have to brought back from South Korea. We don't have the domestic manufacturing capacity.
On top of that, the aesthetic quotient is also very important when it comes to styling. So, as we explore the colorful journey of personal styling through color analysis, it's safe to say that no matter if it's a fad or a fashion staple, it's certainly making waves. And that brings us to the end of today's roundtable. I'm Yang Honglin with Li Yi and Ding Heng. If you've enjoyed the show and want more, search for Roundtable China at any podcast platforms. Don't forget to join us next time for more insights on the latest trends that are shaping our choices. Bye for now.
The mother supposedly spooned the mother drew back.
All the voice.
Experience the heartwarming story of a mother's love that knows no bounds. Titled The Mother. Written by Nobel Prize winning author Mary S. Buck. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and the universalism of motherhood that transcends race and borders. Told through an account of an unnamed mother living in rural China in the early 20th century. Get the audiobook right now at radio.cgtn.com or any major podcast platform. Simply search for the Books and Beyond podcast and key in The Mother.
worry that you'll miss out on breaking events? Tune in to Today to get the latest news and analysis on the important stories in China and around the globe. Today, illuminating the news that matters to you.
This is CGTN Radio. Hear the difference. Now the news. I'm Ken Yu. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi has met his counterpart Sirajudin Marudin in Dushanbe, capital of Tajikistan. On Saturday, Wang held talks with Tajik President Emomali Rahmon. After Tajikistan, the Chinese Foreign Minister will visit Kazakhstan and attend a meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Mihal Bardavit reports from Dushanbe.
The foreign ministers of China and Tajikistan first they held a one-on-one talk, and then that was followed by a meeting with a larger delegation. They signed a cooperation program for the Ministries of Foreign Affairs for 2025 and 2026 during their meeting, and then they held a press conference. Now, cooperation has basically been the key word over this weekend during talks, both with the Tajik president and with the foreign minister of Tajikistan for the Chinese foreign minister. They have emphasized over and over again that they want to strengthen and increase cooperation in terms of economic trade, investment, and security as well. In his statement during the press conference, Chinese foreign minister
President Thomas Bach has attended a launch ceremony of China Media Group's Paris 2024 logo. CMG also launched its sports news program Morning Sports during the ceremony in Shanghai. And that's the news. I'm Chen Yu. Welcome to The Bridge. Fun conversations on culture, life, and everything in between.
Find us where you get your podcasts. If you like the show, then consider pushing the like button or giving us 5 stars. Suggestions, comments, anything you would like to share, email us at welovethebridge@gmail.com. We love the bridge.
Earning a lot requires a lot more than education. It can require putting in the kinds of hours most people seek to avoid. If you are okay with working 12-hour shifts 6 days a week in a lot of countries with the right education, you can make some big bucks. But is it worth it? What do you think, Bebe?
Well, I proved myself that it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
For you.
I was
Right.
just integrating it from the inside out. Like, I was born a pretty happy soul, pretty happy person. But for the 2 years that I worked on Wall Street, I was falling apart inside. I was like, literally, it was ruining me from the inside out. But I mean, it doesn't do the same for everybody, right? It just wasn't my thing. It wasn't my type of job. I was working in finance. So
Why don't we hear more about your story? Why don't you tell us, how long you did it, what was it like, and what eventually made you decide that wasn't for you?
Well, I was really looking forward to sleep a little and then trying to survive the next day without breaking down. So, but then, it wasn't my type of job. It took me a while to realize that this really isn't my thing. And then there are other possibilities out there. And I think I was confused because everyone I knew was in finance. It was probably like, say, computer science. Like,